What's up, YouTube? FitzBro here, and a new balance patch has just dropped here on Monday, August the 9th, and I wanted to get it out to you as soon as I could. So let's take a dive into ageofempires.com and see what has changed. If you're watching this newly uploaded on YouTube within the first few hours, you can head over to twitch.tv/FitzBro and catch my live stream where we're going to be playing lots of Ethiopian Hassa as I prepare for my show match with Gives You Anxiety later this week. Okay, so first, there are a bunch of miscellaneous UI and bug and various fixes. I'll let you go through reading all this on your own, but I did want to point out the one that's most interesting to me. It says several fine building hotkeys that didn't work have been fixed. So I'm really hoping this is the market hotkey, because I know that has not been working. So I'm really hoping that's what that's going to be. Some nice crash fixes here and some other things. I'll let you read that, but let's go down to the balance. That's what I'm most interested in. So looking at the general balance, fields have been adjusted to now allow 3 gatherers up from 2, which I think this is pretty exciting. It is very hard to micro with only 2 per field, so this will help a little bit. It does say, shh, the AI hasn't realized yet. So that's kind of funny. I'm sure they're going to fix that with the AI in the near future. Of course, the cost has been increased to 50 wood from 40, and the build time has been increased. Late game for you treaty and team folks. After the pre-Imperial granary upgrades are researched, African villagers now gather coin at comparable speed to those tasked with estates or rice paddies. So good change to fields. I think that's very nice. It looks like the desert outlaws have just in general been nerfed, which I know that Tower Rush has been so prominent on the ladder recently. I think we'll see a little bit of a change in that. For the Desert Raider, siege damage reduced to 15 from 20. That's a lot. Train time increased an extra 14 seconds, and cost increased 130 coin and 50 food. So I would say it's probably going to slow down your Desert Raider Tower Rush. I haven't been doing cheesy Tower Rushes anyways, so I'm pretty happy about this. Berber Nomad units now deals damage against huntable animals after Royal Hunters is researched. I thought they already were supposed to do that, but that's very interesting. Loyal Warriors now properly causes both influence and gold cost to be lowered by 15% instead of 30% with the Yemeni relation. So essentially a nerf there. And then Ethiopia, a change that we all wanted to see. The Sebastopol Mortar has been super nerfed. Hit points reduced from 475 from 500. Rate of fire increased to every 8 instead of 6 seconds for attacks. Line of sight reduced to 30 from 42. That's a ton. Solid shot and explosive shot range reduced to 28 instead of 30. Now increases +2 upon reaching industrial age. Siege attack range reduced to 28 from 40. So that's quite a range reduction there. Now increases by +6 when reaching the industrial and imperial ages. Upon reaching the industrial age, no longer gains 25% attack and hit points. Instead, it gets 25% more splash area damage. So not going to be throwing out more damage and being harder to kill. It's just going to be doing more splash damage, so you can still have a better shot at getting those culverins in there to take it out. And then the cost improved to 1,000 influence to 1,100. So a little cheaper with the stats being left just a little bit there. So I think this is a really good change. This mortar has been very clearly OP, and it's nice to see this change being made so quickly. My only disappointment here, I don't see any changes for the Gaskenia. I still think is quite an OP heavy infantry / musketeer unit. I'm hoping in future patches we'll see some changes to those Gaskenias, but not in this patch. Jesuit Influence. I know for me, this is my second card, and for many players, it's been moved to the Commerce Age from Exploration. So you're going to have to change that build order up, or maybe wait to send this Jesuit Influence. You're not going to have that as soon as you did before. For the house, just a few changes, mostly what I would largely consider some buffs here. There were some missing cards. And one of these things, I was actually really curious. I see they've added hand cavalry hit points and damage cards can now be included in decks. So that was not there. It was never in the beta either. And I always was curious why a Civ that was, seemed to really feature cavalry was missing some of these upgrades, while Ethiopia, did have some. But this is specifically for hand cavalry. So a little I would say a buff as far as cards, but of course you got to fit that into your deck. And then Fulani Archer Combat can now be included in Age 3. So that was a card that was bugged out, stuck in Age 5, which of course there aren't Age 5 cards. You can now add Fulani Archer to your deck. So I highly recommend for your Hostile players, get this card in there and then decide, if you're going to add these two into H2. I know there's a lot of cards already, so you're going to have to make some decisions on what gets taken out. And I will include these updates in my decks in the Discord. I'll put a link below so you can hop on in the Discord channel and see what changes have been made once I've had some time to play around with this on stream. Durable Parade, it does look like maybe has been nerfed a little bit. I think it was doing some additional damage to unintended targets with the splash, so a little nerf there. And then the free cattle now will respect the build limit. So that is most of the changes there. I'll put a link to this entire patch in the description. But I hope to see you over live on Twitch and in the Discord, and let's talk some more strategy. Thanks for watching.